So back in 1977, we opened that house on East Wood. So in 1977, when we first out there, we had to get this property. Well, over the
It's working.
Gaylord OPRYLAND Resort Convention Center. My name is Destiny, and I'll be your captain as we go along the Delta. Now, before we get too far ahead into the tour, everybody would direct their attention over here to my left at this small little tree here on the pedestal. So this small little tree we have here on the pedestal is actually our willow oak bonsai tree. It's the smallest and oldest tree we have here in the resort, and as of this year, just turned 122 years old.
That little tree right there.
So this river we are currently cruising on is called the Delta River. It's about 1/4 of a mile long, 2 feet deep, and has 450,000 gallons of water in it. So you're probably wondering, how did we get all this water into this river? Well, back in 1996, what we did was we sent out about 3,000 empty bottles all around the world, and we asked everybody to fill them up from their local waterways. Well, surely enough, right afterwards, we received a little over 1,700 of those bottles back, and once we did, we have what's called a blending of the water ceremony. We poured all the bottles into the river, and thanks to everybody in 50 states and 30 countries, you are floating on international waters. So technically, you can say we are on an international cruise right now. So as we go underneath the bridge, everybody will look off to the side of the boat and may see fish or two. That is because we do have fish in this river. So we have about 2 species of catfish, bluegill, and carp. Now do not worry if you don't see many right now, as you will see plenty throughout the tour. Although we'll give you one hint, they love to hang out underneath the bridges.
The catfish.
And as we go around the curve here, everybody will look to my right at this small little tree here next to the staircase. This small little tree we have here next to the staircase is actually our angel trumpet tree. So this angel trumpet tree is unique in many ways, but what makes it the most unique is those flowers hanging down off the branches, because they are hanging upside down. So the reason why it is called that is because those flowers that you see hanging upside down actually do kind of look like little trumpets. Here's how it got its name. Its nickname is also the angel bell tree, and it was just listed as extinct in the wild. So this portion of the resort we're coming into right now is our convention center. So about 80% of the guests we get here daily are all here on convention business. If everybody would look up at the white pillars for me. So up there, right behind those two white pillars, is actually our Delta Ballroom. So inside our Delta Ballroom, we can fit about 4,000 people banquet style and about 7,000 people theater style. Now, as we go around the curve here, if you look straight ahead, you will see our wiper gloss exterior along with all these windows. So as we go around the curve, over here to my right is our wiper gloss exterior along with all these windows. So that is actually all original. So back in 1977, when we first opened the resort, that's actually how it all used to look. So 1977, whenever we first opened, we only had about 600 destination properties. Well, over the years, we've had many upgrades and renovations and a couple of additions, and we're now up to 2,888 guest rooms, just a little short of 3,000 rooms. Also, if you would have been staying here in 1977, you would have not seen a Delta River, but instead you would have seen parking lots of tennis courts. Now, coming up here alongside the right, we are coming into our Central Street portion of the river, and this first little tree we're passing by is our papaya tree. This little papaya tree is named to Central America. If you look up top, there are currently some papaya growing up there. Next, we have this little lit up tree here on the corner, which is our pineapple guava tree. So this little pineapple guava tree is actually the only plant that will not be able to produce any fruit. And the reason for that is because in order for it to do so, we would need to cross-pollinate it with another tree. And the rest of the trees we have over here alongside the right are orange, lemon, grapefruit, kumquat, and avocado trees. Now, they do not currently have any fruit growing on them just yet, but as we get a little bit more to our spring and summer seasons, we should begin to see some develop on those trees. As we come out from underneath that bridge, if everybody will look straight up for me. So we are currently going underneath the highest point here in the resort. So this glass ceiling you see up here in our atrium is about 15 stories tall, and all the glass panes up there are about an inch thick and weigh in at 250 pounds each. They can withstand winds up to 120 miles per hour. They can also withstand golf ball size hail as well. Although if you were to take down all those glass panes and lay them down flat, it would cover about 7 full football fields. So in total, it's about 6,200 glass panes. And also over here to my left, we are coming up on our Delta fountains. So what we have here is about 106 fountains total, surrounding that geyser right there in the middle. That geyser right there in the middle can actually shoot up to about 85 feet up in the air. And when it does, it is a breathtakingly beautiful display to see. Alright, now before we go underneath this bridge, if everybody will look over the bridge at this large pink mansion over here. So this large pink mansion over the bridge is actually our Old Hickory Steakhouse. Now that Old Hickory Steakhouse is an award-winning steakhouse. They've won many awards. And it is also featured in many of our sister locations as well. Although if you do want to go there, reservations are recommended but not required. And also if you would like to go there, I personally suggest taking another wallet with you.
If I can get it.
Now this section of the river we're currently going into is our waterfall section. So please feel free to get your phones and cameras ready for some lovely photos of our waterfall. So this section of the river we have about 3 waterfalls here, but unfortunately neither one of them are the tallest in the resort. So the tallest waterfall we actually have here in the resort is located in Cascade. So that waterfall in Cascade is about 44 feet tall and has many lovely photo opportunities as you can walk directly behind it. So if you would like a lovely photo opportunity with a waterfall, I suggest going to check out the 44-foot tall waterfall located in Cascade. And as we go along the river, everybody will look to my left and right, and you will see our banana palms. So these banana palms actually grow Asian bananas with a higher in potassium, and they are smaller and sweeter than the ones we have here in the U.S.
It's that water.
Now if everybody would direct their attention behind me. So over here behind me in this circular building, this is actually our presidential suite. So this presidential suite is the only bi-level presidential suite we have here in the resort. We have many celebrities stay there, including Miss Dolly Parton, and we've also had several U.S. presidents stay there as well. Although if someone did want to go stay in that presidential suite, it does run for about $3 to $5 grand a night. And then if you take a look up, we are currently underneath our banyan tree. So this banyan tree is named to India and is also India's national tree. It is also known to be an Indian fig tree. It is well known as a wishing tree. So as we go underneath it, I encourage everybody to make a wish, but remember, do not say your wish out loud. So as we cruise along the river, everybody will look to my right and you will see our mascot river. So this right here is Stony the alligator. So Stony the alligator is the longest river resident here in the Delta River. He is also the oldest river resident here in the Delta River. Now Stony likes to sleep there a lot. We did not know why. We did try to figure it out for a while. But I don't know, for some odd reason, Stony just really loves to sleep there. Although he does tend to sleep there a lot, so it really makes me wonder. Now, I want to ask, does anybody know the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? Yep, but there's also another difference too. So the difference between an alligator and a crocodile is one will see you later and one will see you in a while. Now you might be wondering about this boat we're currently cruising on. So this boat we are currently cruising on is actually a replica of Mark Twain's Mississippi Flatboat. So we have about 5 of these boats here in our fleet, and each and every one of them runs on 16 car batteries. And as we go along the curve here, everybody will look to my left and you will see inside of our boathouse. So over here to my left, we are currently going past our boathouse. And in there is where we keep all the boats when they are not in use. But what's different about in there versus out here is so in there it's about 5 feet deep, whereas out here it's only 2 feet deep. And also in there's where all of our fish like to go hang out. The reason being is because being nocturnal, they love the deeper, darker waters. And also, in case you haven't noticed, we are on a track. But once you get inside that boathouse, there is no track. But do not worry, as we do have full steering capabilities once we get inside that boathouse. And as we come out from underneath that bridge, everybody will look to my right at these large mold racing walls. So these large mold racing walls are actually our ventilation system. So in here in the Delta, we like to keep it at around 68 to 72 degrees. Not only because it's comfortable for us, but also because of the variety of plant life we have here in the resort. Which, speaking of plant life, if you take a look over here to my left, you will see our 3 cocoa bean trees. So these 3 cocoa bean trees are native to Central America, and what they do is they actually produce oil pods that contain cocoa bean seeds, which is actually the key ingredient to chocolate. And a fun fact about those trees is they were actually gifted to us from Jamaica after our 2010 flood here in Nashville. So like I just mentioned, we did have a historical flood here in Nashville back in 2010. As we go underneath this bridge, if everybody will look up at the colorful Cajun light bulbs. So right there where those light bulbs are, that is actually where the floodwaters came up to when it flooded here back in 2010. So we were shut down for about 6 to 7 months, and then when we reopened the resort, we had to figure out a way to refill the river. So what did we do? Well, we did the same process all over again, and we sent out those 3,000 empty bottles all around the world after everybody filled them up with the local waterways. Thanks to everybody in 50 states, 30 countries, and to the Cumberland River, who are still floating on international waters to this day. Now guys, we have come to the end of our tour, and I would like to say thank y'all for joining us today. Remember to stay safe, safe travels, and enjoy the rest of your day. We hope to see you all again real soon. Take care and have a great and wonderful rest of your day.